What if the origins of religion itself are rooted not in doctrines or commandments, but in mystical visions sparked by sacred plants? Imagine ancient priests and shamans consuming elixirs that unlocked hidden dimensions of existence. What if the divine experiences described by prophets like Moses or mystics across cultures weren't moments of divine intervention but journeys through altered states of consciousness? Across the sands of time and the pages of sacred texts, whispers of this connection remain. Could psychedelics be the hidden key to humanity's spiritual awakening? This is the untold story of the sacred substances that may have shaped religion as we know it. For millennia, the sacred and the psychedelic have intertwined, their threads woven into the rituals of ancient shamans, priests, and seekers. From the Aztec reverence for psilocybin mushrooms, known as Teonanácatl, or flesh of the gods, to the mysterious kykeon consumed during the Eleusinian Mysteries of Greece, these substances weren't simply mind-altering. They were seen as conduits to the divine. Picture a gathering thousands of years ago in a temple shrouded in incense and anticipation. A priest offers a potion brewed with knowledge passed down through generations. As the drink courses through your body, the world dissolves and a vision emerges of celestial beings, infinite patterns, and truths beyond words. These aren't fleeting hallucinations. They are the foundations of myths, ceremonies, and entire religions. But what do these ancient practices mean for us today? In a world dominated by materialism and disconnection, can these ancient sacraments offer a path to spiritual reconnection? What did our ancestors know about these substances that we're only now beginning to rediscover? Our journey begins tens of thousands of years ago, deep in the recesses of caves where ancient humans painted their visions on stone walls. Some anthropologists believe that the striking images of therianthropic figures, half human, half animal, were inspired by altered states of consciousness induced by psychedelic substances. Could these be humanity's earliest encounters with the divine? Fast forward to ancient Greece, and we find the Eleusinian Mysteries, one of the most enduring and secretive religious rites in human history. For over 2 millennia, initiates from across the Mediterranean, including Socrates, Plato, and Marcus Aurelius, traveled to Eleusis. There they consumed the kykeon, a sacred brew believed to contain ergot, the precursor to LSD. The visions they described, transcending death, encountering divine beings, and experiencing the unity of existence, were transformative. Plato himself said that the Eleusinian Mysteries gave him the clarity to understand the eternal nature of the soul. Meanwhile, in ancient India, the Rig Veda, one of humanity's oldest spiritual texts, extolled Soma, a mysterious plant-based elixir that granted divine insight and immortality. Scholars have debated its identity for centuries, pointing to plants like Amanita muscaria or ephedra. Whatever its composition, Soma inspired ecstatic hymns and shaped the spiritual practices of Vedic society. In the Americas, the Aztec people used psilocybin mushrooms as a sacred tool to bridge the realms of the living and the dead. During ceremonies, shamans would consume these fungi and guide their community through visions of ancestors, deities, and cosmic order. Even in the Arctic tundra, Siberian shamans revered Amanita muscaria, the iconic red and white mushroom, as a sacred portal to the spirit world. Its psychoactive properties were said to enable shamans to traverse the physical and spiritual realms, providing guidance to their tribes. Across the globe, these ancient practices point to a profound truth. The use of psychedelics wasn't recreational or trivial. It was sacred, central to understanding the mysteries of life and death. At the heart of the connection between psychedelics and religion lies a profound concept. Reality is not fixed. It is fluid, malleable, and deeply intertwined with our consciousness. The ancients understood this in ways modern science is only beginning to grasp. Mystics across cultures believed that psychedelics didn't just open the mind, they revealed the true nature of existence. Imagine your mind as a lens, and the world as light passing through it. A focused lens creates clarity, while a scattered lens distorts. Psychedelics, they believed, sharpened the lens, dissolving illusions and unveiling the deeper layers of reality. Take the Eleusinian Mysteries in Greece, where initiates consumed the kykeon. They described visions of Persephone's descent into the underworld and her triumphant return, a metaphorical death and rebirth. But these weren't just symbolic tales. They were visceral, lived experiences. The mysteries revealed that life and death were not opposites, but two sides of the same cosmic coin. In India, the Vedic tradition speaks of Soma, a divine elixir said to grant immortality and cosmic wisdom. Consumed during sacred rituals, Soma wasn't merely a beverage. It was a bridge between the earthly and the divine. Its effects allowed the seeker to transcend the boundaries of individual identity, merging with the universal consciousness known as Brahman. Even in the Americas, indigenous peoples used psilocybin mushrooms and peyote to access the spirit world. These substances were seen as sacred gifts from the earth, tools to communicate with ancestors, gods, and the energies that govern life. The Aztec people referred to psilocybin mushrooms as the flesh of the gods, believing they revealed profound truths about existence and purpose. Modern science lends credibility to these ancient beliefs. Psychedelics like psilocybin and DMT alter activity in the brain's default mode network, reducing the ego's grip and allowing the mind to experience a sense of unity and interconnectedness. This echoes what mystics have always said. These substances dissolve the barriers between self and the cosmos, revealing the oneness of all things. But the core concept extends beyond individual experiences. Psychedelics, when used intentionally, remind us that the universe isn't something we passively observe. It's something we actively shape. Ancient mystics knew this. They taught that intention, belief, and emotion were the tools to co-create reality itself. And psychedelics? They were the catalyst to unlock this potential. How then do we harness this understanding? How do we move from merely experiencing altered states to embodying the lessons they teach? The answers lie in the ancient practices that surrounded these substances. Practices designed not just to expand the mind, but to transform the soul. Psychedelics were never merely tools. They were gateways to the infinite, sacraments that bridged the physical and the divine. Mystics and shamans believed these sacred substances revealed the fundamental truth of existence, that all things are interconnected, and the boundaries between self and cosmos are illusions. Take the Eleusinian Mysteries. Participants didn't merely witness Persephone's descent into the underworld and her return. They felt it, experiencing death and rebirth within their own consciousness. This wasn't a metaphor. It was a profound, visceral encounter with the cycles of life, echoing the Hermetic principle. As above, so below. In the Amazon rainforest, shamans describe ayahuasca as a sentient teacher, calling it Mother Ayahuasca. During ceremonies, participants frequently encounter serpents, symbols of transformation, and cosmic webs, connecting all life. Carl Jung would have called these archetypes universal symbols embedded in humanity's collective unconscious. Even the burning bush in the Bible, encountered by Moses, has been interpreted by some as a representation of a psychedelic vision, a moment where the divine broke through the veil of ordinary perception. Was Moses' revelation not an altered state of consciousness, one that allowed him to hear the voice of God? These experiences weren't limited to individuals. In cultures from ancient Greece to Siberia, entire communities participated in these rites, creating collective spiritual awakenings. Psychedelics dissolved the ego, quieted the mind's chatter, and revealed a unity that mystics called the Great Spirit, or the Source. This unity wasn't just seen, it was felt, a profound connection to the web of life. But these journeys weren't without challenges. Ancient traditions emphasized preparation, guidance, and integration. The Aztecs warned that psilocybin mushrooms, flesh of the gods, could confront seekers with their deepest fears, teaching that light emerges only after embracing the darkness. In our modern world, this sacred connection is being rediscovered. Researchers at leading institutions are uncovering what ancient mystics intuited. Psychedelics have the power to dissolve barriers within the mind, heal trauma, and awaken a sense of purpose and interconnectedness. In clinical trials, participants describe their psilocybin experiences as the most meaningful of their lives. They speak of encountering infinite love, feeling a unity with all existence, and gaining clarity about their life's purpose. Such findings mirror the ancient rites of Eleusis, where initiates returned transformed, their fear of death replaced by a deep understanding of the soul's immortality. Beyond the lab, ayahuasca retreats in the Amazon draw thousands of seekers, offering a modern reimagining of shamanic ceremonies. Though controversial, these retreats highlight a growing hunger for spiritual depth and reconnection. The question is no longer whether psychedelics can heal, but how we can integrate their wisdom responsibly into our lives and societies. So, how can we bring the wisdom of the ancients into our own lives? Whether you feel called to explore psychedelics or simply want to deepen your spiritual practice, the principles remain the same. Step 1. Preparation. Reflect deeply on your intention. Why are you seeking this experience? Ancient shamans taught that clear intention is the gateway to meaningful insight. Step 2. Safe. Context. Create a setting that feels sacred and supportive. Whether it's a guided ceremony or quiet meditation, ensure you're surrounded by people and energy that nurture your journey. Step 3. Integration. After any profound experience, take time to reflect. Journal your insights, share with trusted guides, and incorporate your revelations into daily life. Transformation happens not in the moment of insight, but in how you live afterward. Even if psychedelics aren't part of your path, practices like meditation, breathwork, and gratitude can unlock the same truths they reveal. That within you lies the power to connect with the infinite. The sacred connection between psychedelics and spirituality offers us a glimpse into humanity's deepest truths, a reminder that the divine isn't something outside of us, but within, waiting to be awakened. Throughout history, ancient mystics and seekers ventured into altered states not to escape, but to discover, to connect with the infinite, to transcend the mundane, and to find meaning in the great mystery of existence. Their experiences became the foundation of religions, the inspiration for sacred texts, and the guiding light for countless spiritual journeys. But this wisdom isn't trapped in the past. It calls to us now, in a world that often feels fragmented and disconnected. Whether through the lens of science, spirituality, or personal exploration, psychedelics invite us to pause, reflect, and remember who we truly are. Creators of our reality, bridges between the seen and unseen, participants in the eternal dance of life. The question isn't just about the power of these substances. It's about the power within us to see beyond the surface, to dissolve the illusions of separateness, and to embrace the interconnectedness of all things. So, as we part ways, take a moment to reflect. What lies beyond the veil of ordinary perception? What truths are waiting to be uncovered within your own consciousness? The answers, like the sacred plants themselves, are waiting for you to discover them. If this journey resonated with you, join us as we continue to explore the mysteries of existence. Subscribe to uncover more ancient wisdom. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let us know. What will your next step on the sacred path be?